big cat. Welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess, light walker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.
Namaste! Grand Rising Big Cat Earth Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 29th, the Moon in Taurus is conjunct to Uranus in Taurus. The Moon is exalted. Be open to fresh insight and create ideas. Adapt to change and eliminate obsolete practices. Escape from routine and pursue new possibilities. Enjoy the thrill of unexpected opportunities. Keep your equilibrium while heeding your inner voice. On the 30th, the Moon in Gemini is conjunct to Jupiter in Gemini. Gemini is in detriment. Expand your thinking and embrace larger goals. Communicate your thoughts and consider others' opinions. Involve yourself in mental stimulating pursuits. Welcome opportunities for advancement. Balance your positivity with your realism. On the 31st, Moon in Gemini is sextile to Venus in Leo. Engage in lively and enriching conversations. Communicate your thoughts and make your connections. Be curious and explore diverse perspectives. Celebrate creativity in social and enjoyable settings. Organize social events to experience the vibrant energy. On the 1st of August, the Moon in Cancer is sextile to Mercury in Virgo. Mercury is exalted. Enhance emotional insight through clear communications. Foster deep connections with heartfelt conversations. Focus on family matters with thoughtful communication. Organize your thoughts for important conversations. Balance mental clarity with emotional understanding. On the 2nd, Venus in Leo squares Uranus in Taurus. Adapt to unexpected changes in relationships. Embrace new experiences and unconventional approaches. Break free from old patterns in your social life. Stay focused while welcoming surprises. Ensure your actions reflect your core values. On the 3rd, the Moon enters Leo. Increase your confidence and creative expression. Pursue projects that highlight your talents. Inspire others through your enthusiasm. Plan exciting and joyful activities. Balance your excitement with attentiveness to others. On the 4th, Venus enters Virgo. Venus is 4 in Virgo. Refine your relationships and living spaces. Show love through practical actions. Simplify your routines and create beauty in everyday activities. Set new intentions for creative projects. Balance striving for perfection with appreciating the present. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big Cat Wave! Namaste! Grand Rising Big Cat Earth Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for messages for your next 7 days. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Big Cat Wave. Let's dive right in and unpack. Oh. You have the energy of an 8, darling dears. The energy of the 8, you could be a life path for 8, darling dears. Or this number may be significant in your life, 8, 17, or 26. The number 8 is represented by the H, Q, and Z. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. It's represented by Saturn. Saturn rules Capricorn as well as Aquarius, as well as the letters P and F. So you have P, F, H, Q, and Z. Your luckiest numbers will be 2, 4, and 8. Your luckiest days will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Avoid the numbers 3, 7, and 9. It's about your inner fortitude, darling. This is taking you towards some kind of structure, a new level of ambition, breaking some kind of limitation in your life. Okay, for some, you're going to be put into a position where many will be looking up to you. It's about you receiving some form of material satisfaction, because after all, the number 8 is representative of debt as well as karma. Yes, baby, it could be a financial debt, or it could be karma as well. Yes, baby, the bad sort, darling dears, but it can also represent money. Skrilla.com, darling dears, coming your way. Okay. But I'm getting the feeling as though you're going to be realizing some kind of ambition, something that you've been working towards, something that gave you a struggle, darling dears, something that had some kind of delay around it. This thing that you've been working towards, it involved a lot of research, a lot of finding out shiznai, darling dears. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. The energy of the 3, 5, darling dears. Somebody's coming to visit you. Expect a visitation. It also says that somebody's going to try and blame something on you, darling dears. Good golly and gosh. They'd have to catch me first, darling dears. Was it? Feet don't fail me now. Okay. All right. So this is going to be talking about the 8th house, darling dears. This is about money. It could be something from a legacy. It could be from an inheritance, some kind of investment, something to do with business, darling dears. Yeah. An asset. It could be the releasing of something, a retirement, an investment from something you invested in. Okay. The 8th house is also the house of your occult ability, darling dear. So you know something is coming towards you. We have the element of the taboo. What is unknown? What's unknown? Tarot, numerology, astrology, all of them, darling dears. They wanted it to remain hidden when it's part of our Akashic record at the time we're born, so we can see what's going on, darling dears. It's your original blueprint. Without that, you don't know what's going on. You're living life willy-nilly. It speaks about the rebirth of you, darling dears, rising up from something. Definitely a transformative energy around you at this moment in time. Definitely a healing vibe around you at this moment in time. Okay. All right. So Saturn. Did I say Saturn? Yeah, I've been saying Saturn. What the hell am I talking about? Okay. So Saturn is about your honor. It's creating a new structure in your life, darling dears. Okay. The 8th house is across from the 2nd house, so it's to do with your values and money that you earn. Could be from a government position, darling dears. It speaks about your past talent, something you put into a situation. It also speaks about you coming out from some kind of debt. So the debt is not a debt, darling dears. This debt is done. Your reputation, you're going to be looking at your possessions, darling dears. Okay. It also speaks about people you call family or people you see as family. Somebody's going to be benefiting from this blessing that's coming towards you with the energy of the 8. You've overcome something, darling dears. Okay. Okay. Let's press on. Let's press on. Right. According to the low shoe grid, darling dears, lean in, bestie. Lean in. The energy of the 8 is representative of wisdom, darling dears. It's of self-knowledge, self-actualization, and it also speaks about rest. So you're coming to a period where you'll be able to rest after working so hard. 8 is in the northeast corner, so you may be traveling towards the northeast, or something's coming from the northeast for you. If you have a low shoe grid, it skips my mind what you're supposed to put in that corner. If you don't have anything in the 8th part, put something there. Okay, I do have the intel, but it's not at the top of my cranium at this moment in time. Right, let's press on. Let's press on. Okay, we're going to get the energy around you. Let's see what your oracle ancestral message says. You have the energy of the 7 on top, darling dears. The 7 is what? Bordering on genius at this moment in time. It speaks about you having analyzed the situation. It's a highly spiritual number. The 8 is a spiritual number, darling dears. You hold the 4 and the 5 on the side, so it's definitely a situation that's come to its fruition, but you are in manifestation mode. The energy of the 9 also speaks about the fates. We've got the arrow, darling dears. Surround yourself with protective energy. You need to be protected at this moment in time, darling dears. Always be aware of where you're going, whom you're eating from. Make sure that your personal space is protected. Black obsidian crystal or black tourmaline next to the mirror in your bedroom, especially if it's facing your bed, darling dears. But it also speaks about being on the straight and narrow, darling dears. Going forward speaks of what? The North Node, darling dears. So you've overcome some kind of a karmic past. This speaks about the new capabilities that are being delivered to you, and I'm talking about spiritually, darling dears. Okay. It also speaks about your future, what you're going towards, what you can anticipate. Why? Because you set something in motion, darling dears. The energy of the ambition, the energy of going after what you truly want. Something is about to be repaid to you tenfold. Feel inclined to take this card. Yeah, unlock the magic within. When in doubt, go within, darling dears. Go within. It also speaks about what? The solar, is this? No, sacral chakra. Excusez-moi s'il vous plaît. This is representative of Monday and the number 417. Okay. Saturn is representative of the number 396. Play them both at night time, darling dears, to balance out your chakras. Why not, eh? So this speaks about emotions, a new relationship, possibly a new relationship coming towards you. Again, it speaks of what? Your self-worth, darling dears. The solar plexus also speaks about sexual energy coming towards you, passion. Yeah, someone's going into a new relationship, darling dears. Remember, I told you that. But it's about what? Your boundaries. You're on the straight and narrow. You're not taking no shiz naive from no one. Okay. Ace of your deck, darling dears. White Witch. Be the light, darling dears. Be the light. We're looking at the owl. The owl speaks about wisdom, darling dears. And wisdom is for those that walk with the wise. We have the biggest pentacali of them all right here. So you're going towards some kind of financial gain on your part. Listen, I ain't making this up, darling dears. When we see the Ace of Pentacles, it speaks about prosperity. Again, we speak on the what? Manifestation. Some form of growth. This growth came through planning, darling dears. Reaching a new level of stability in your life. For some, you may even be going towards what? Wedding planning and engagement. Okay. Somebody's also going to be purchasing something like a home. Again, 8th house. Some kind of a property being inherited. It could also be an inheritance, darling dears. If it's coming from the mother's side, it's from the mother's side is going to be from an aunt, and from the father's side it will be from an uncle. Excusez-moi. But this money, this new thing that's coming towards you, is definitely going to change your life 100%, darling dears. It also speaks about being more free. because the White Witch, when I previously saw her, I used to look at her and think of her as being of air, but she's of Pentacles. But if I say of air, it also speaks about this being spiritually guided towards you at this moment in time. Okay. Air energies, this new level of knowledge. You've been utilizing this knowledge. You've overcome many challenges, darling dears, and you are at Judgment Day. And your judgment is for what? A new dawn. Something to do with the word or the name dawn. Okay. Your spirit animal is the eagle, so you're flying high above the bull swanky, darling dears. Oh. Let's go, let's go. Let's to the decks. Right. I'm going to use this deck. Base of the deck, we got the Strength card. It also speaks about you avoiding any form of problems, darling dears. Not allowing yourself to be embroiled in what? Tongue wrestling. Oh, God forbid, tussling in the dust, darling dears. Oh, how now, brown cow. Strength card is that you are being your own inner hero. It also speaks about the spiritual strength you are exuding at this moment in time. Somebody's going into a more responsible road, darling dears. It could be a caregiver to others or being a caregiver. Okay? But it's about you continuing to trust in the mental growth that you've attained up to this point, darling dears. Whatever race you've been on, darling dears, it wasn't for the faint-hearted. This is a time where you show no weakness, darling dears. No matter what's going on in your life, you stand tall. Remember, Saturn is watching you to give you what? Rules and regulations, blood. Rules and regulations. You don't want that. So stand firm in whatever it is you're doing, because you're about to be blessed. Remember, I told you that. The energy of the 8 also speaks about you being more regal. Okay. And magnetic, darling dears. But you are also courageous and brave, avoiding drama. Okay. Because the 8th house is big cat Leo energy, so it could be something to do with your children. Maybe you're going to be conversing with your children. The 8th house is about dating. As I said, you have a partner coming towards you. If it's a partner that you're looking, you may just be as a friend, but this is somebody coming to assist in whatever you've got going on. The 5th house is also the house of you having taken some kind of a risk. It's the house of lovers, your hobbies. Maybe you're diving back into a hobby, darling dears, which is going to be what? Fundamentally fabulous, gorgeous and lovely. Remember, we've got the 8th house highlighted, and that's directly across from the 2nd house, darling dears. For some, it could also again romance, the sex of it all, but it's also the house of affairs. Somebody may be thinking of what? Well, maybe I'll just borrow someone else's husband. Baby, oi, if you go and do that, wait for the karma, darling dears. Just wait for the it's a coming. It's a coming. No, don't do it. Well, I'm here as what? A pointer, not a picker maid. You choose wisely for yourself. It can be the house of drama.com, darling dears. As well as remember that the 5th house is the house of what? Past life karma. So if you've overcome something, darling dears, you may be faced with something from the past life, a past relationship. Yeah. Okay. Right. How does your relationships look over the next 7 days? Relationships for the big cat earth signs. 2 of Cups, darling dears. What you're seeking is seeking you. Good golly and gosh, I can't make this up, darling dears. It speaks about, because with the energy of the Cups, darling dears, you've been putting some kind of energy out there. It also speaks about you being more spiritually balanced at this moment in time. It also speaks about you possibly meeting a soulmate, going out on dates. It also speaks about having a second chance at life, forgiving something in the past, letting go of past spiritual wounds. Yeah. This is about going into harmony. It could also speak about dating, maybe even going into marriage. Okay, your relationships look good. Look, Ace of Cups, darling dears. Listen, if you've been wondering what's going on down there, does it still work? It's gonna be working, guys. Hey, Please, please, please just take my cautionary tale. Don't go into anything during Mercury retrograde. Okay? You can investigate, darling dears. Investigate. It goes right next to the Three of Cups. So you're coming off the back of some kind of heartbreak, betrayal. Yeah. All of this and that, darling dears. This and that. Yeah, but it's definitely, yeah, you've grown from a situation. The situation could have been, well, maybe you thought the situation was monogamy, darling dears, but they was in an open relationship. It also speaks about the reclamation of your feminine energy. We all have male and female energies within us, darling dears. Reclaiming your energy. Look, Queen of Cups. Listen, you got the 2, the 1, and now you got the Queen. This tells me that you are highly intuitive, darling dears. Pay attention. We've also got the energy of Gemini and Cancer in the background. Gemini is about something that you're doing online, darling dears. Publishing, it could be a book, but it also speaks about the level of intellect that you use, whatever you're doing online, darling dears. And we've got the energy of Cancer, which is grounding what you do in your comfortable moments. Okay, Gemini is across from the 9th house. The 9th house is about higher learning, your philosophical mind, travel. It's about astrology, darling dears. You may be doing something in astrology, but I'm telling you, your ship is about to come in, because the Ace of Cups for me always reminds me of my multiple streams of income, darling dears. Okay, the contact that's coming towards you, yes, it may come in as a friend, but this person is coming in to help you. This may be the contact you need to get to where you're going. Good golly and gosh, she holds the energy of Pisces. Pisces is about the hidden, the unknown, darling dears. Pisces is the 12th house, the house of hidden enemies. It's the house of things done in secret, darling dears. Could be the FBI, MI5, whatever. It's the house of undoing. Okay, but the 12th house also speaks about something that you put down, and I say third party situation, darling dears. Whatever it was a necessary loss. Why? Because your mind is in dolphin mode, darling dears. Other world, yes it is, darling dears, but you are highly intuitive. Pay attention to your intuition and discernment over the next 7 days. Let me draw one more card, the Wheel of Fortune. Do you need anything else, darling dears? Hit me up in the Gmail. This is fate, destiny, and good luck, darling dears. A new beginning, Jupiter energy. That wheel goes round and round. And where is Jupiter, darling dears? That's right, bestie, in the 9th house. So it's definitely the 9th house we're talking about. So you've been through some kind of a trial, darling dears. Okay, could have had something to do with the higher court. We see third party concern here. It could be a person, place, or thing. When you're divorced from a situation, that's narrowed the field down a bit. Okay, listening to your higher intuition. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright, I might add, is something unexpected and spontaneous. It might be a win on the lottery, darling dears, but it's about this new beginning, this new fortune that you are creating for yourself. Okay, I'm also seeing in business, you're going to be doing some kind of a collaboration, because we have the energy of the 3. Okay, groups. Okay, you're going to be doing some form of collaboration, which is going to what? Add to your multiple streams of income. Yes, Wheel of Fortune. Love it. I don't hate it. Okay. What about your friends? Listen. I think this is a lesson, darling dears. The friends you had, they're for the streets, darling dears. 10 of Pentacles on its face. This is people that, you know, the type of person that invite you somewhere then treat you differently once you get there. There was no friendship amongst them, darling. There's this fickle energy that was in and out of your life. Good golly and gosh. And we got the 2 of Pentacles. Listen, this secret, if you had any secret, it was everybody's business, darling dears. You've left a situation behind once and for all. Again, the 8th house energy, darling dears. The death and rebirth of you. Whom is in the past is in the past. It's like you was taking note who was dealing with you badly when you was down, darling dears, and you are now on your rise. Remember, I told you that. You've left a lot of people behind. 12th house energy also speaks about what? The hidden enemies of it all. Hidden enemies, darling dears. Okay, dare I go any further? What does your finances look like? Well, the Wheel of Fortune is here and you are on top of the wheel. Yeah. It speaks of distant lands. Maybe you're planning to travel. Foreign people, foreigners. Okay. As far as your finances is concerned, darling, dears. Yeah. Page of Cups. We've got the Temperance. Yeah, balancing out your finances. Your time management. It also speaks about you being protected at this moment in time. Again, we go back to the 8th house, darling, dears. Yes, we do. The Temperance also speaks about you going on some kind of a journey, okay? But it's about you continuing to hold whatever vision you had. Hold whatever vision you had, because it's going to be moving you forward. The energy of the Temperance next to the Cups also speaks about what? Someone making an offer towards you, darling dears. Someone's coming to offer towards you. This person is a secret admirer. Good golly and gosh. Please check to make sure that they don't walk around with what? Duct tape and chloroform, blood. Listen, we've seen the first 48. Yeah. Somebody or somebody's wanted you to be down in the dust, darling dears. Well, guess what? You have the Palace of Swords. You are thinking clearly, darling dears. You're practically cerebral. I told you the energy of the 7. Genius thinking, darling dears. You're looking at a picture, the big picture of what went on in the past, things that you had to put down, 8th house energy, in order for you to be reborn. Yes. You still have your 2 of Cups, darling dears. And that 2 of Cups is going to be taking you very far over the next 7 days. Money's coming towards you, darling dears. It could be through collaboration. It speaks of a lover coming in, darling dears. And it's leaving all past people in the dust. This is no going back, darling dears. Your money may not be where you want it to be, but you have the Wheel of Fortune on your side. Expect things to change over the next 7 days for your betterment. Okay, love it. I don't hate it. Do we get one final card? Okay, we'll get the, if I can find it, yeah, I'll get this one. Okay, final message. Thank you. Yeah, making the right choices for life, darling, is in every way, shape or form. Self-love and self-care. Being happier, love and life, darling dears. It's just like what? 2 of these and 1 of those. I mean, love and light. Yeah, leave the past in the past. Make healthier choices for yourself. And continue in a cerebral kind of a way. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, my Patreon, or my TikToks, where I also upload videos. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, 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 cat.